Stop scrolling and listen carefully, because this moment is not random. This message did not reach you by accident. Something greater than coincidence guided you here, because deep inside you already know that your life is meant for more than survival, more than repetition, more than silent endurance. Right now, something within you is waking up, something that has been waiting patiently beneath fear, doubt, and exhaustion. Archangel Michael speaks not with force, but with clarity, saying this is the moment you stop underestimating the strength you carry. You have walked through seasons that tested your spirit, moments when giving up felt easier than continuing, yet you are still here. That alone is proof that you were never weak. You were being trained. Every delay, every closed door, every unanswered prayer was shaping your discipline, your patience, your inner authority. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. There comes a time when excuses no longer comfort you and fear no longer controls you. That time is now. The voice that once whispered doubt is growing quieter, and the voice of purpose is becoming stronger. You are no longer meant to live cautiously. You are meant to live consciously. You are meant to move forward with intention, not hesitation. Archangel Michael says stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness comes after action, not before it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is movement despite fear. You have already proven that you can endure pain. Now it is time to prove that you can choose growth. Look at how much you have already survived. Look at how many times you thought it was over, yet something inside you refused to quit. That was not luck. That was divine strength activating within you. You were never abandoned. You were being strengthened silently. Right now, your life is shifting internally before it shifts externally. This is the stage where discipline replaces desperation, where clarity replaces confusion, where self-res replaces approval-seeking. You are stepping into a version of yourself that no longer needs validation to move forward. Archangel Michael reminds you that your thoughts are shaping your future faster than you realize. Where your focus goes, energy follows. If you keep replaying the past, you will stay anchored there. But if you choose intention, direction will follow naturally. You do not need to control everything. You only need to align with truth. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where growth required you to be. The delay was not denial. It was development. Now the pressure you feel is not meant to break you. It is meant to push you into action. Stand firm in your decisions. Protect your energy. Stop explaining yourself to people who do not understand your journey. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Release without guilt. Growth requires space. You are learning that peace is power. Silence is strength. Consistency is confidence. You no longer need to announce your next move. Let your actions speak with precision. Let your results make noise. Archangel Michael says now is the time to trust your inner authority. You know what feels right. You know what drains you. You know what aligns you. Choose accordingly. Do not betray your intuition to maintain comfort. There will be moments when doubt returns, but it will no longer stay. You have crossed a threshold. Fear may visit, but it no longer lives here. You are becoming someone who responds, not reacts. Someone who moves with calm certainty rather than emotional urgency. Your future is not built by intensity alone. It is built by daily alignment, by showing up even when motivation fades, by choosing integrity when shortcuts appear. This is how real success is formed. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, steady and unwavering, reminding you that you were never meant to live small, silent, or afraid. You were meant to rise with clarity, walk with purpose, and lead wit. As you continue forward, Archangel Michael says there is a deeper layer activating within you now. This is the layer where you stop living on reaction and start living on intention. You are no longer here to merely respond to life. You are here to shape it. This realization may feel heavy at first, because responsibility always does, but within that responsibility lies freedom. You are becoming aware of how powerful your choices truly are. Not the big dramatic choices alone, but the quiet daily ones. The choice to get up when your mind wants to quit. The choice to speak truth instead of staying silent out of fear. The choice to walk away from what drains you, even when it is familiar. These small decisions are rewriting your future in ways you cannot yet see. Archangel Michael reminds you that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you choose structure over chaos, clarity over confusion, consistency over comfort, you are honoring the strength within you. This is how confidence is built, not through words, but through repeated alignment. There will be moments when the old version of you tries to return. The version that doubts, hesitates, overthinks, and seeks approval. Do not fight it with anger. Simply outgrow it. Growth does not require force. It requires commitment. Every time you choose awareness over impulse, you step further into your power. You are learning that not every battle deserves your energy. Silence is no longer weakness to you. It is strategy. You do not need to explain your path to people who cannot see your vision. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary. Archangel Michael says your inner world is becoming more ordered now. Thoughts that once scattered your focus are slowing down. You are beginning to think with direction. Feelings that once overwhelmed you are now being processed with maturity. This is emotional strength forming, the kind that allows you to remain steady even when circumstances are. You may notice that your tolerance for negativity is decreasing. This is not arrogance. It is awareness. When you elevate internally, anything misaligned becomes uncomfortable. You are not required to stay where you have outgrown the environment. Trust is being rebuilt within you, not blind trust in outcomes, but grounded trust in yourself. You trust that no matter what happens, you will respond with wisdom rather than panic. This trust is unshakable because it is earned through experience. Archangel Michael speaks clearly now. Your future will not be created by motivation alone. Motivation fades. Your future will be created by identity. When you decide who you are, your actions follow naturally. You are no longer someone who tries. You are someone who commits. There is also a lesson about patience unfolding. Not passive waiting, but active patience. Now the message reaches a point of integration and quiet power. Archangel Michael says that when a soul has passed through preparation, refinement, and embodiment, life begins to mirror inner stability. You may notice that situations no longer provoke the same emotional reactions. Things still happen, but they do not pull you out of alignment. This is not numbness. This is mastery. You are learning how to remain centered while life moves around you. There is a new confidence settling into you, and it does not need to announce itself. It is present in how you walk away without bitterness, in how you listen without absorbing negativity, in how you remain calm while others rush. Archangel Michael says this calm is earned. It was built through patience, restraint, and countless unseen choices where you chose growth over impulse. You are also beginning to understand the value of timing. You no longer feel the need to force outcomes or rush answers. You recognize when to act and when to wait. This awareness protects you from unnecessary struggle. Timing aligned with wisdom creates flow. Timing driven by fear creates resistance. You are learning the difference. There is a reminder now about responsibility. As your inner strength grows, so does your influence. People will sense your steadiness even if they do not understand it. Your energy will speak before your words. Be mindful of this. Carry yourself with integrity. Lead quietly. Inspire without pressure. Your example will reach further than you realize. You may feel moments where you stand alone in your perspective. Not isolated, but distinct. Archangel Michael says this is natural. Alignment often separates you from collective confusion. Do not lower your clarity to fit into noise. You were not meant to blend into chaos. You were meant to bring order through presence. Your relationship with challenges is also changing. Problems no longer feel like threats. They feel like information. Each obstacle shows you what needs. There is also a shift in how you experience emotions. You feel deeply, but you are no longer controlled by feelings. You allow emotions to pass without attaching identity to them. This is emotional intelligence. Archangel Michael says when emotions inform rather than dominate, wisdom emerges naturally. You are being encouraged to remain honest with yourself. Self-deception creates internal conflict. Self-honesty creates peace. Continue to check in with your intentions. Ask yourself why you want what you want. Alignment is maintained through awareness, not perfection. You may also notice that your tolerance for misalignment has decreased significantly. You can no longer pretend, overextend, or compromise your values without feeling it immediately. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is guidance. Honor it. What feels heavy is asking to be released. There is a message now about legacy. Not in a dramatic sense, but in everyday impact. How you treat people. How you manage pressure. How you remain ethical when shortcuts appear. These choices shape the energy you leave behind. Archangel Michael says legacy is built quietly through consistency. You are also learning that peace does not require everything to be resolved. Some questions remain unanswered for a time. Some outcomes remain unknown. And yet you are okay. This is trust fully formed. You are no longer demanding certainty to feel safe. You carry safety within. As you move forward, continue to simplify. Complexity often hides fear. Simplicity reveals truth. Keep your commitments clear. Keep your values visible. Keep your priorities grounded. This clarity will guide you through future decisions effortlessly. There may be moments where others misunderstand your boundaries. Let them. You are not responsible for managing perceptions. You are responsible for honoring alignment. Archangel Michael says boundaries protect your future self, not just your present peace. You are now in a phase where what you tolerate determine. Now the message moves into a phase of quiet fulfillment and conscious choice. Archangel Michael says that when a soul reaches this level of alignment, life no longer needs to push loudly. Guidance becomes subtle. Direction feels natural. You are no longer being corrected constantly because you are learning to self-correct with awareness. This is spiritual adulthood. You may notice that you no longer feel the need to react immediately. Silence has become comfortable. Pauses no longer feel like emptiness. They feel like space. Space to choose wisely. Space to respond rather than react. Archangel Michael says wisdom lives in this pause. The ability to wait before speaking or acting is now one of your greatest strengths. There is also a deeper understanding forming about freedom. Freedom is not the absence of responsibility. Freedom is the ability to choose responsibility without resentment. You are beginning to see that discipline does not restrict you. It supports you. Structure does not limit creativity. It sustains it. This understanding will stabilize everything you build next. Your relationship with the past is also transforming. Memories no longer carry the same emotional charge. You can look back without anger, without longing, without regret. This does not mean you forgot what happened. It means you integrated it. The past has released its grip because it has completed its purpose. Archangel Michael says this integration allows you to stay present without distraction. You are no longer living in what if or if only. You are grounded in now. And the present moment is where real power exists. This presence will attract opportunities that cannot be forced. There may be moments when you feel slightly out of place, even in good situations. This is not discomfort. This is discernment. You are learning to sense whether something truly aligns, even if it looks successful or acceptable on the surface. Honor this sensitivity. It is guiding you toward what fits, not. There is a message now about humility. As stability increases, remain teachable. Remain open. Growth does not end when things improve. Growth deepens. Stay curious. Stay observant. Pride blocks guidance. Humility keeps the channel clear. You may also feel a stronger pull toward authenticity. Masks feel heavy now. Pretending feels exhausting. You no longer want to be impressive. You want to be real. This authenticity will simplify your life dramatically. What is real requires less maintenance. Your emotional world is also becoming quieter, and that desire to withdraw from noise, drama, and excessive stimulation is not avoidance. Archangel Michael says it is discernment refining itself. You are no longer entertained by chaos because your nervous system has tasted peace. Once peace becomes familiar, anything misaligned feels loud. Honor this shift. It is protecting your clarity. You may notice that you are becoming very intentional with your attention. Where your focus goes now, energy follows quickly. This is why distractions feel heavier than before. They drain momentum. Archangel Michael says attention is currency at this stage of your journey. Spend it wisely. Not everything deserves your response, your explanation, or your time. There is also a deep recalibration happening in your expectations. You are no longer hoping to be saved, rescued, or suddenly transformed by external events. You understand now that transformation has already happened internally, and life is simply catching up. This understanding removes desperation. You are no longer waiting to begin living. You are already living aligned. You may feel moments of profound gratitude without obvious reason. A quiet appreciation for breathing, for stability, for clarity. This is not coincidence. Gratitude is arising naturally because struggle no longer dominates your awareness. Archangel Michael says gratitude that arises without effort is a sign of inner harmony. There will be moments when the world around you feels rushed, anxious, reactive. Do not be pulled into that frequency. Your calm is not indifference. It is leadership. When you remain grounded, you give others permission to slow down. Your presence alone becomes stabilizing. You are also learning to trust yourself in silence. You do not need constant feedback or reassurance. Decisions settle within you peacefully. This inner confirmation is stronger than external approval. Archangel Michael says when guidance becomes internal, dependence dissolves. There is a message now about Patty. Not everyone will understand your boundaries or your calm. Release the need to convince. Alignment does not argue. It simply continues. Let others have their process without carrying it. Your emotional landscape is becoming more spacious. Feelings arise, but they have room to move. They do not crowd you. This space allows wisdom to emerge before reaction. You are no longer ruled by urgency. You are guided by awareness. There may be subtle opportunities appearing now. Not dramatic breakthroughs, but gentle openings. Conversations that feel aligned. Invitations that feel respectful. Moments that feel right without explanation. Archangel Michael says these are signs that life is responding to your frequency. Move toward what feels clear, not what feels impressive. You are also being reminded that rest is part of alignment. Not rest as escape, but rest as integration. You do not need to fill every moment with productivity. Allow pauses. Allow ease. Strength is sustained through balance. There is a growing trust in uncertainty. You do not need everything mapped out. You trust that clarity will arrive when action is required. This trust keeps you flexible and responsive. Archangel Michael says rigidity blocks guidance. Openness allows it. You may notice that your sense of self-worth feels steady now. Not inflated. Not fragile. Simply present. This steadiness allows you to give without depletion and receive without guilt. Balance has been restored. As this message continues, remember this: alignment is not a destination you reach once. It is a relationship you maintain daily. Through awareness. Through honesty. Through gentle discipline. You are doing this naturally now. Archangel Michael remains with you, calm and unwavering, saying, "Continue as you are. Do not rush. Do not doubt. Do not look back for confirmation. What you are embodying is enough." Now the message settles into completion and quiet assurance. Archangel Michael says that when alignment becomes natural, life no longer feels like a battle to be won. It becomes a path to be walked with awareness. You are not striving anymore. You are participating. This difference changes how everything feels. You may notice that fear has lost its urgency. It still appears at times, but it no longer commands you. You observe it, understand its origin, and allow it to pass. This is not denial. This is mastery. Fear only controls what is resisted. You are no longer resisting yourself. There is also a deeper trust in your own rhythm. You no longer compare your pace to others. You no longer question whether you are moving fast enough or achieving enough. You understand now that your rhythm is precise. What is meant for you meets you where you are, not where you pretend to be. Archangel Michael says you are learning to live without internal conflict. Decisions feel cleaner. Yes feels clear. No feels firm. This clarity conserves energy. When you stop negotiating with misalignment, peace becomes sustainable. You may experience moments where nothing dramatic happens, yet everything feels right. These moments are not empty. They are fulfilled. You are learning that contentment does not mean stagnation. It means presence without struggle. There is also a sense of quiet readiness forming. Not anticipation filled with anxiety, but calm preparedness. You are open to what comes next without gripping it. This openness allows life to surprise you gently rather than shock you forcefully. Your connection with purpose is now steady. You do not need to name it constantly or explain it to others. You feel it in how you move through the day. In how you choose kindness without effort. In how you remain ethical even when shortcuts appear. Purpose has become embodied. Archangel Michael reminds you that strength is now expressed through restraint, patience, and consistency. You do not need to prove courage. You live it by staying aligned when it would be easier to react. You may notice that your life feels simpler, even if responsibilities remain. Simplicity is not lack. It is clarity. When clarity is present, complexity dissolves. This simplicity creates space for joy, creativity, and meaningful connection. There is a final reminder about trust. Trust does not mean certainty. Trust means willingness to move forward without fear controlling the outcome. You are doing this now, often without realizing it. As this message completes, know this: nothing important has been missed. Nothing essential is late. Nothing meaningful